Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all good today. Now, Arsenal have just beaten Wigan 4-0 at home, and today I'm going to give you guys my instant match reaction. Now, that was such a big win for Arsenal. In my preview, I did say that it would be nice for us to have a convincing win. So I'm really happy with how we approached the first half. It was a very comfortable and easy sort of performance today. I think the second half was a bit more different. We had chances in the second half. I still think we had chances. We had plenty of chances today. It was a game that I think I expected us to win, but you just honestly never know sometimes with the FA Cup. It is a trophy where you do see a lot of teams that you don't expect to win, like Windsor. It happens, but really happy we got the job done today, guys, and that's always the most important thing. Winning these type of games. And I think today it was really good actually. I'm really happy with Eze. I think he definitely had a great game today. I think we needed to see him start. We needed to see him have a really big game like this because obviously he has been a player that has struggled a little bit recently. So I feel like for me, it's been really great to see him get 2 assists today, have a much better performance. I think with Eze, the only bit of criticism I would probably say was that it was a shame we didn't see him get a goal because I think he got himself in good positions for a goal. I think he overall did pretty good today. I thought Norgard was good. It was a really good performance from Arsenal today. We got to see Saka, Madueke. I'll go through the lineup as well. Um, let's go through the lineup, and I want to talk a bit about the players that started today and obviously the players that did come on today as well. Because we did see quite a lot of rotation today. So Jesus started as well. I thought it was good to see him get on the score sheet today as well. So we had a very attacking team. Obviously Lewis Skelly as well. Um, we wanted him to play midfield, didn't we? But he had to sort of play at left back. Obviously, we know, unfortunately, Calafiori did pick up an injury, so Saka had to come in. We saw Saka play midfield today, so we saw a few different formations today. I think it was a bit of a kind of crazy game with players playing in different type of positions, but I think it was just a great time to see these players get the minutes that they deserve. So yeah, obviously, we saw Jesus get a goal. Thought Martinelli had some great chances. I think he got a goal as well. I think with Martinelli, there was actually a chance in that second half. And I just think with Martinelli, I want him to be more clinical because I think with Martinelli, he took a few too many touches at times. I thought he was definitely quite good today, I thought. And obviously, really good to see him get a goal. Obviously, we saw Lewis Skelly, Norgard, and Saka. Offensively, I think we didn't really have that much to do, to be honest with you. I think you're going to expect us to have a lot of possession in these sort of games. So I don't think we had too much to do, to be fair with you. I think it was a very comfortable dominating game from Arsenal. I think obviously I was surprised that Saliba started today because I probably wasn't really expecting him to play. I was thinking maybe we would rest him for this game, but obviously I thought he did a great job as well. Arteta took him off around the 60-minute mark, so we did see quite a fair bit of rotation today, and obviously other players came in and had chances. But I thought today was a fantastic performance. That first half was absolutely incredible. I did think we were going to win that by a lot more than 4 from that first half, but I think we can all be happy with how that performance was today. It was a very easy win. I felt like. I mean, I know the second half we were a little bit more defensive, but I do think Wigan had the odd chance, but I don't think it was anything that I felt worried by. Yeah, I think it was a great performance today from all the teams. So I think we can all be really happy with this. I know Ben White went down and was replaced by Zubimendi. So I do really hope with Ben White he is okay. I know obviously I think it was the right thing to play him today because I would have obviously played him as well. But I do think we have to and yeah, think about these injuries as well and be careful about managing these players' minutes. So yeah, I think it was a really good win today. Obviously, big up to the chat, big up to everyone that's watching my live stream. And do let me know what you made of the performance today. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. But for me, it's a very good win for Arsenal today. I'm going to go into the player ratings because honestly, I can't wait to talk about all these players. It was a very good Wednesday. So yeah, I don't really have many complaints about our win. Like I said, we did see some of the players step in, which was really, really nice to see. So I'm gonna start with Kappa now. So for me with Kepa, like I feel like Kepa had a very quiet first half. Like he didn't have much to do in that first half at all. So I feel like that is obviously more praise to us and what we're doing. I felt like he made really comfortable saves like when he had to. Like I don't think Kepa really did too much wrong today. I think it was a very comfortable performance from him today. Probably give him a 7. I think again you expect us to have a lot of the ball in these sort of games. So I do feel as though what he had to do, he dealt with pretty good. And I think I think it's good to see him starting to get more minutes. I mean, you will probably see Kepa get these sort of minutes in these games, especially the cup games. So I think it was nice to see him. Yeah, nice to see him today. No, Ben White. I thought it was really good to see Ben White. See, Ben White went off injured, so I do hope he's okay. But I thought today it was a really good performance from Ben White. I thought he got up and down, and tried to be a threat and created chances. But like I said, I just really hope his injury isn't serious, and yeah, I hope he's okay. But again, I think it was a really good shift from Ben White today. I think that he's definitely growing in confidence, and I'm really happy that we're starting to see a bit more of him now. But I thought that was a good performance from Ben White today. I just hope his injury isn't too serious. So then we saw Saliba, who played for 60 minutes. Like I said to you guys, I was surprised that he did play today, because I was thinking is maybe Nkappa going to play with Mosquera. I was expecting Mosquera to start. But yeah, I think for me, he did really good to build up his sort of fitness, getting back into playing again. But yeah, I think I give him a 7. I think the problem is like we didn't have too much to do, to be brutally honest with you guys. I think whatever we did, we dealt with really good. But I think Saliba was good. Same with Square 7 again. I don't think he. I don't think we had much to do defensively. Like I don't think there was that much to do, but I think it was a solid performance from him, definitely. And yeah, good to see him get these minutes again out on the pitch. Lewis Skelly, obviously he was going to be playing in midfield, and we got robbed of that. Do you feel a bit sad about that? Because I think a lot of us were really looking forward to seeing Lewis Skelly play in that position, and unfortunately we never got to see that today. But I think he did a decent job. I think when we saw him in moments in the midfield, you definitely see glimpses of what he could be like. So I do want to see Arteta play Lewis Skelly in midfield when he gets a chance, because I do think that would be something that would work for us. I do feel like it would be something that we can benefit from. So I hope going forward we will give him a chance in midfield, because like I said, I think it was a great choice today. But fortunately California got injured. And big up to Luke, who says big up safe, good to see you in the chat, hope you're good. The midfield today I think was pretty good today. I think it was really good to change things up. We have seen Declan Rice play a lot of football. We've seen Zubimendi play a lot of football, and obviously seen Odegaard, Eze, Havertz play in the attacking midfield position. And I feel as though today it was nice for us to change it up a little bit, because I feel as though we have been struggling in the midfield, in the attack, and I think today I felt refreshed by what I saw today. Norgard, I felt like he was a joy to watch. I'm going to give him an 8 today. I thought he was really good. And see the pass to Jesus' goal, and I loved how he always looked to pass the ball forward, not backwards. He found some great passes going forwards, and I want to see more of Norgard for sure. I think he probably isn't a starter. We obviously probably know ourselves that Zubimendi, Rice, they're probably going to start, but I think Norgard's definitely got that experience and the talent. So I would like to see a bit more of Norgard, but thought it was a really good performance from him today. I just want to read out your comments. Big up to chat. Big up to Kieran. Job done. Into the next round. The team played well, which is good to see. Let's hope we get a home game in the next round. Now we go on to the big game on Wednesday versus Wolves. Yeah, that rain looked absolutely awful. Yeah, it was a pretty pretty bad day to the fans that went there. It looked like it was pouring it down on the TV. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who we can face in the next round. I know it would be good to have someone at home. I think the draw will be happening. Is it tomorrow or Tuesday? But on Monday, sorry. I don't know if it'll be Monday or Tuesday the draw, but it would be nice to have an easier team. But I think we'll have to see what happens, but it'd be a great chance again for us to win a trophy, wouldn't it, in the FA Cup? I do love the FA Cup. Big up to Ravi, big up Sophie, like and subscribe. Thank you for your support, Ravi. Obviously, if those that are watching, do make sure you're liking, subscribing, and dropping your thoughts on the game. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Question: thoughts on how Arsenal got a grip of the game from the start? I think we did really good from the start. I think we scored. I think it might have been around the 20th minute. Just want to double check because it was around that time, and I felt like we started. 11th minute. Sorry. So yeah, we started off pretty good. I think we haven't done this recently. We don't really. Sometimes it takes us like more than the first half to get into the game. And I think that's a big problem for us. So I feel like in this game today, we started off on the front foot early, got a goal, and obviously got more goals after that. So yeah, I do feel as though we did really good in that sense to build on our lead, and I think we did really good. And I think we need to learn from this. I think we need to keep building on our, if we score early, we need to get more and more goals. So yeah, I do feel like that's something that we should work on, but I was really happy with how we approached it because there's sometimes we really do leave it too late to get into the game, but we got in the game straight away. I do think we need to understand it is Wigan, so you are going to expect to have a sort of performance like this, but even said that, I do think it was good to have us play so good and so dominant, controlled of the game, and yeah, to score 4 goals was so amazing. Now, obviously, you spoke about Norgard, Eze today. I thought Eze was really good, so I'm going to give Eze an 8. This is sort of the performance that we've really needed to see from Eze. I feel like we needed Eze to really put in a kind of dominant sort of controlled performance because I think with Eze, I think he's definitely struggled, and I feel like him getting those 2 assists today were really big for him. The only thing that I would have loved to have seen is him get on the score sheet because he definitely had a chance where he won the ball back, but obviously he was going to pass, and maybe you could be more ruthless in front of goal. But again, he is a very great player to have in the team, and I hope that he can build on this. I think if I was Eze, I would think, I've done good today. I need to keep doing what I'm doing. And I think you look at the game on Wednesday against Wolves, I probably would start Eze for that. I think with Eze, it's like he needs some good run of games. But again, that game on Wednesday feels quite big now. But a really good performance from Eze, one that I'm very, very happy with. Now, Saka, I'm really weird seeing Saka play a bit in midfield. I mean, Saka probably wouldn't have played today. Saka came in because Calafiori was injured, but I thought Saka combined nicely with Madueke and Eze. I definitely thought him and Madueke had a great partnership today. I think they were really creative on the right hand side, and I really enjoyed watching them both today. So I hope we get to see more of them to play together. He did get replaced at half time. I do get that, we are playing against Wigan. You don't want to play a really strong team. Obviously, Gyökeres came on, but I think it was a really decent performance from Saka. Had some chances, created chances, so all around a good performance from Saka. Now, I'll just read this before I talk about the attack. So your thoughts on the way Arsenal scored the goals compared to recent games? I mean, I think we have to remember we are played against Wigan, so I'm not surprised we did score, quite a few. I think it's great we scored. When we scored 1 goal, we built more. We scored a second, we got an own goal, we got another goal. So I think it was definitely great that we built on those goals. And those against Wigan, so obviously we do have to learn a lesson when we are playing in like the Premier League. We do have to, if we get 1 goal, we can't sit back. We need to keep going and get more. So I hope we can learn from this in the Premier League. But yeah, happy with the win today. Big up to Rosh8639. I feel there's a chance we might see Rice Subisaka midfield against Wolves. Yeah, I think it would be good to see that. We've seen that today, and listen, it did work. I think Saka was quite good in midfield today. I think him and Madueke, Eze as well, they all built this really great partnership from what I saw today. So I feel like it would be a good choice for Arteta to go for that or play Lewis Skelly midfield for sure. So the attack. So Madueke I thought was really good today, probably our best attacker, I'd say. On the right hand side, he did really good. He was putting crosses in the box. He was finding space, and obviously that goal he scored was a really good finish from him, and he's definitely been scoring more recently. So I feel like he's definitely been really proving himself to Arsenal and showing what he can do. But yeah, I was really happy for Madueke today to get that goal, and I think just all around he was very busy today on the right hand side. So do feel really happy with how he performed today. Jesus, he got a great finish today. He got a goal. Probably give him a 7. Obviously, in the second half, he probably played a bit more of a deeper role, a bit more quieter. But again, it wasn't a bad performance from him. He got on the score sheet, and yeah, he did some good things as well. So really happy with how he performed today. Got the goal. Never go Martinelli. Martinelli obviously was really good today. I think Martinelli in these cup games, he always thrives in these games. I thought that he was electric on the wing and getting past players, finding the space to put crosses in the box. And yeah, I thought he did really good, and obviously he did get our second goal, and it was a great finish from him as well. Um yeah, I think Martinelli, there was like one chance at the end where I wish he would have just taken it instead of being hesitant and passing it. There's sometimes, you're watching it, you think just shoot, and there's other times you don't want him to shoot. So it's obviously a tough one, but I think Martinelli definitely did good in these games. I think obviously he has the pace, and he definitely has that finish. He can finish some great goals. But I think today was definitely a game you do want to see him start, because he can be clinical. He can really help the team in these sort of games. Let me just have a look. So pretty much gone for all the team that started. So we obviously made some changes. We saw Yokres come on, Molly Salmon come on, Trossard come on, Zuba Mendy came on, Setford came on. So before I go into that, I just want to big up to the chat. Obviously, big up to the chat. If you've got any questions you want to ask me about the game or anything you want to send in, then please make sure you do that. And obviously, make sure you guys do like and subscribe, and I will go for your comments. Do you feel this is the pace Arsenal should be playing in general? I think it's hard to say, because like every game is so different. Like there's going to be certain games where you're not going to have like a lot of possession or a lot of the ball, but I do hope how we played today, the goals that we got in the first half quite early on, I hope that we can continue to do that. Like I think if we score one goal, I don't also sit back. I want us to get another one and another one. So I think that's something that we're going to have to learn from. But yeah, I hope we can definitely perform a bit better in some of our games, because we know we can do well and we can play better. I know in the Wigan game it is completely different, because we have to understand we are playing Wigan and it is different. Against Wigan, you're probably going to expect us to have a lot of domination, especially with the team that played today. It was quite a strong team, I thought. Yeah, so hopefully we can continue the pace, but obviously certain games you're probably going to struggle to do that. But I do think we need to, if we score one goal, we have to keep scoring another, even another after that. And you want to be able to finish games off, because there's definitely been times this season where we could have finished games off, but we chose to sit back and try and defend, and then it ends up being 1-1 and we lose the game. So, yeah, I mean, Brentford's definitely a good example, because we scored that goal, that header from Madueke, but we should have got another goal after that and then maybe sit back. But when you sit back at 1-0, it's always a bit of a risk, and it might not always pay off. Sitting back just invites trouble, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly. It doesn't always guarantee a win by sitting back. I think you always have to maybe get 2 or 3 goals if you do want to sit back and get the win. So yeah, hopefully we'll see this as a bit of confidence booster. Obviously, we've got a big win today, so hopefully we'll see that as a bit of a confidence booster to help us going into other games. So the substitutes, obviously Yokres came on in the start of the second half, and I was really hoping that he would get on the score sheet. Do you feel a bit bad for him though, because he did hit the crossbar, hit the post, which I felt was unlucky. I don't think he stood out to me today, to be honest with you. I think the second half was a bit different, because I think we were a little bit slower. We weren't, it was a different half. I feel like it wasn't as high intensity, so I feel like it was a different game. So it might have been a bit difficult for him, but he had one big chance, I would say, where it was a real shame that he wasn't able to score that chance and hit in the post. But yeah, I probably give him a 6. I don't think he did a lot for me to feel wowed by him. But yeah, he did come on. It's all about getting minutes, really, to be fair. But it would have been nice for him to get a goal. Molly Salmon came on firstly, but around the 60th minute. I think it's really amazing to see him get his debut in home debut in this game. He's only 16 years old as well. So yeah, it was good to see. Obviously, not much I can say because again defensively we didn't really have too much to do, but I thought you could see he was solid on the ball, and again, not much he had to do to be fair. But I think it was good to see how he performed today, and to see him get minutes as well, because I think it's nice like you want to really see the youth players, the young players coming through and getting chances. And I feel like these are the perfect chances to really give these players minutes. So, yeah, and I mean, like Max Stalin obviously is injured at the moment, but this would have been the perfect opportunity to play him today. So hopefully, when he's back fit, he'll get more minutes. But I think today was really good to see Molly Salmon come on for a good chunk of time. Trossard came on. I think around the 60th minute as well. Again, Trossard is he's quite a threat with his crosses and how direct he is. I think he definitely was a threat. I think it was good to maybe give him a bit of a rest, not play him for the whole game, and rotate a bit of Martinelli, because we know we've got big games coming up. We know we've got the Wolves game, really we're focused on that quite a bit. So I feel like it was good to see a bit of a change there. But Trossard again, I thought he definitely made a difference when he came on. I thought his crossing's always great and getting into space as well. So not much I can really say at Trossard. Like I think again the second half I felt like it was a bit more difficult for us to maybe build on our 4-0 win from the first half, but I can't really complain for the fact that it was good to see him get some minutes. Mendy came on. I think it was around the 80th minute. Yeah, I think obviously, I think he was okay. I could give him a 6. I think he definitely made some good passes going forward. There was obviously a good pass that was drifting to the left wing that Martinelli could have put away. But again, like a decent performance from him. Good to see him not really be overplayed, because we know how Stephen Mendy is so important for our midfield, and I think it was really great to see how our midfield was sort of changed today, and I think it was nice to be able to rotate in this game today. So I was really happy with that side of things. Last, obviously, Tommy Setford came on for Kepa in the 87th minute. But I give him a 5, like I can't really give him a high mark. But again, really lovely to see him get minutes again. I think it's really nice to see, obviously, the younger players get these chances, because in these cup games, like I feel like these are going to be your only chances to really get on this, get your minutes. And because, like, I think at the end of the day, like, when you're 4-0 up, if you bring obviously Molly Salmon on, it's not too worried. We know we've won the game, so I think that was lovely to see. So that's obviously my player ratings today. I'm obviously really happy to win. It's obviously nice getting a 4-0 win. Like, I think that's what we need. I think I predicted 3-0, but 4-0 is amazing to get the win. So really happy. I'm going to obviously spend some time now answering the questions you guys have for me. I know there's a few sent me questions in. But yeah, make sure you guys drop in any questions about the game, and make sure you do obviously subscribe as well. I'll be on here for about an hour today, so I'll be on here for quite a while. Big up to Ravi, who says, so big up, I always see your YouTube shorts. Good to see your YouTube pushing out content out. Yeah, thank you, Ravi. Always appreciate your support on here, and good to see you here. Max deserves his chances when he gets them. He has a lot of energy and he brings a good football brain on off the ball. Yeah, I think obviously I don't think Max Stallin's going to be back until that Spurs game, which we play next weekend. So obviously it's not too long till he is back, and that's going to be really lovely to see him get some minutes again. I think Max Stallin, like you said, he's such a great player. You don't realise how young he is because of his sort of football brain and sort of how he plays. He plays like such an experienced player, and he is a joy to have in the team. So yeah, really hoping that he'll be back soon. And we'll get to see him, because I feel like in a game like this, it would have been a perfect chance for him to obviously play today. I think he would have made a big difference on the wing. And yeah, hopefully we'll get to see more of him now, maybe come on in games in the Premier League as well, or in the cup games. But yeah, I do love Max Down. He is a very special player to have. Big up to Panache, good to see you here. Hey Soph, big up. I have got a lot of time for Norgard. Glad he got a run out to prove his worth to the team. Yeah, I was really happy for Norgard today, because I don't know, for whatever reason, we haven't really seen him much at the moment, and I felt like it was really good to see him finally get some minutes that he deserves, because I think he's a decent player. I really do like him. I think he's a great player to have in the team, and I really do hope that we're going to continue to build on it and give him minutes, because I think sometimes like in the midfield, I know we obviously have Declan Rice, Subimendi, Eze, Odegaard, or whoever you want to play in the attacking midfield. I feel like it would be good to maybe change it up every so often. You know, maybe play Norgard with Declan Rice, Norgard, Subimendi. I think it's good to maybe rotate in midfield as well and change it up a little bit, because it was quite refreshing on midfield today. I thought it was nice to see a change for once. So I think that was really great to see today. But I think Norgard was definitely really impressive. I was really impressed with Eze today. I mean, it's difficult because I do remember we had played Wigan, and you know, I think they were League One side, and we're obviously in the Premier League competing and trying to win the league. So I do want to give that perspective. But I think with Eze, I think that we know the chances that he can create. We know the passes that he can create for the strikers, for the attacking players. So for Eze, I feel like this is definitely a performance that he should build on, that he should think, you know what, I'm really happy with my performance today. I got 2 assists, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. So as I was really impressed with today, I think overall it was a great performance. Like Madueke as well, I'm really enjoying watching him at the moment. I think it was a really, this game felt like a kind of a light game compared to the other games in the Premier League, because I think with this game we had the luxury of being able to rotate, give some big players like Gabriel, Declan Rice a bit of a rest. I know Arteta probably wanted to rest Saka today, pardon me, but I think with Saka, we're at that stage where we can afford to maybe give Saka a little bit of minutes, but not play him for the whole game, because Saka obviously came off in the start of the second half. So I feel like Arteta was mindful today of resting players and not overplaying them, which I think is important, because you don't want to run these players down. Because at the end of the day, we've got a big season ahead, and then we've got about 12 games left in the Premier League, and we do have to be careful. So yeah, but I'm really happy with the win today. Defo pulled the strings today. Yeah, he definitely was really great with his creativity. I genuinely felt bad for him, because I really was. I was really hoping he would get on the score sheet today. Like, he had some good chances. I feel like the chances that it would have been nice for him to score was, he had a great shot that obviously just hit the side netting. But I think Eze definitely deserved a goal today. But he definitely was probably the player that stood out the most to me today. I thought he definitely stood up today. And it was nice to see him put in a big performance like that, because I think since sort of that Spurs game, I think a lot of people felt a bit underwhelmed by his performances. I know Arteta took him off at half time the other day, so I feel like he needed a big performance like this, and I'm obviously really happy that he was able to step up, and he was a big part of our win today. So I was really happy with our win, and obviously we were able to rotate. Obviously, I hope Ben White's injury isn't too serious, because I feel like we need to rotate a bit more. Sometimes Timber can't play and needs a bit of a rest. Like, great to rest Timber today as well. With Calafiori, obviously Calafiori got injured before the game, and I don't feel surprised, if I'm being honest. I think Calafiori last season was a player that was injured quite a lot. I think with Calafiori, I think he's always going to be a player that does have injuries. Like, I think certain players, like Calafiori, was doing really good, and he picks up his injury, and then this happens. So it's kind of frustrating, but I suppose you can't really help it. But I think you need players sort of in your team that you can rely on. And I'm not sure we can rely on Calafiori, because I think, obviously, I remember when we had Tomiyasu, I loved him so much, but we couldn't rely on him. He couldn't be a player that you could rely on. So I do hope with Calafiori, his injury isn't another setback for us and isn't sort of like a long term issue. But yeah, I do really feel like we have to find a way to move forward with Calafiori, and hopefully he can stay fit. But if not, we have got Hincapié, obviously, at left back. Hincapié has been really good. And yeah, hopefully we get some more from the Cafe, because obviously it's good to have a different option there. But obviously it is what it is. But hopefully Calafiori, Ben White are okay, and there's nothing too serious. Big up to AFC Gunner, who says play of the match today. Great question. Thank you for your question. I probably Eze was really impressed. I was really impressed by Eze today, to be honest with you. I think Eze worked really hard. I think Eze probably knew himself. He had to put in a big performance. Because obviously I think Eze has been given the chances lately, but he's not obviously been I think with Eze, we've wanted to see a bit more creativity, him finding good passes, scoring goals, things like that. And I think today he really showed up and showed me that. I think him and Madueke really impressed me today. I think Madueke was really good today on the right hand side, and um, with his deliveries, with how dangerous he was, the crosses, getting past players. Like I think, and obviously getting his goal. I think he definitely really performed today. So obviously, Eze, Madueke really impressed me today. There were two players that I really obviously enjoyed watching, but I also felt quite impressed by how they performed as well. Obviously, let me know, guys, who your player of the match as well is today. I would love to hear that. And yeah, if you've got any thoughts about the game, do drop them in. Panache says, so yesterday I was watching I'll See the Football saying how so many would have been a real deal for Arsenal instead of Eze. Your thoughts? I'm banking on Eze to come good. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I do love Semenyo. I won't lie. I think Semenyo would have been a good addition to this team. I would love to have. I think it would be nice to have both of them, but I think as a, I think Eze is a good player. I think we've seen for Crystal Palace the goals he scores, like just him, you know, him creating those chances. I think he's being a great player. But I think when you come to Arsenal to Crystal Palace, no disrespect to Crystal Palace, but it is a different level. At Arsenal, you're having to find ways to win every game really, and it's a big step up when you come to Arsenal because we're competing for titles, leagues, Champions League. So I feel like Eze is probably adjusting to the fact he's come to a different club. The standard's probably a little bit different at Arsenal. I think he's adjusting to that. Um, I can't really say with Eze why he's being poor really because I can't give you a reason why. I just hope today will really help him with his confidence because we know what a great player Eze is. I think he is definitely a great attacking option. Like I think some of the passes that he's created this season just remind me of why we signed him. You know, that pass to Martinelli against Man City that got us draw in the end. Draw in the end. So I feel like he definitely can. He's definitely good at finding those passes that maybe Odegaard wouldn't find. Um, but I think Semenyo would have been a great player for us, so he's definitely doing great for Man City. But I think with Eze, I think he's going to be a player that will definitely become good. And like Panache says, I do think he has the potential. It's just such a tough one right now, isn't it? Because obviously in the Premier League, he's not really having the impact that we want him to. But I do hope by those 2 assists today, those chances that he had, he will have a bit more involvement. I would love him to definitely get some goals because he got close today to some goals and he was definitely not afraid going forward to shoot or give it a go, which I do rate from him. Like I think that's a great side of his game with Eze that this was the performance that we need. We need Eze to show up in any game he plays in, but especially these games. So, yeah, I think Eze will become good. I don't worry about that right now. I would love to see Eze and Gyökeres build a really great partnership because there has been games, especially at the start of the season, where we did see a really great dynamic between Eze and Gyökeres, and I hope we can see that a bit more. But for now, I personally would stick with Eze. I want to see him get a run of games, and if he's not great, then unfortunately, the problem that we have is like Odegaard as well isn't exactly doing too much either. Like if Eze can't play and he's struggling, Odegaard plays. I don't think he's doing much either. So yeah, I think Eze needs to really step up and really grab this position because I think with him and Odegaard, none of them really, decide they want that yet. None of them have really fought over it yet. So I do feel like they need to really, both of them need to step up. But today was definitely a good performance to be happy with. If I was Eze, I'd be really happy. And hopefully he can build on that. We've got a game against Wolves. So I would like to see Eze start in that game and hopefully he can sort of step up and he can be a difference maker in that game. I know Arteta does like Odegaard. Arteta probably would always pick Odegaard, but I think we have to be a bit more open to sort of other players get given a chance and try new things again. Someone said before, maybe try Saka in midfield, try Lewis Skelly in midfield, give different things a go. I'd rather Arteta try new things, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But we've not really seen him try too many things. But we obviously got robbed today of not seeing Lewis Skelly in midfield, which was a shame because I was really looking forward to that. But injuries happen, and it is what it is. Um, big up to Benache. I hope Calafiori's injury during the warm-up isn't that bad. As you said during yesterday's live, he really was immense before the injury. It's a shame, isn't it? Because I think he was building a lot of confidence up before his injury, and then that happens, and it's difficult. Because I think as well, I think Nkape has definitely earned his right to start at left back at the moment. I think Nkape has been really incredible to watch. So I feel like it's such a tough one right now, isn't it? So yeah, really hope that we can be able to see Calafiori soon, if and hope his injury isn't too serious, because I think we know he's a good player. There's definitely a good player in him, but some players just have injuries, and they are. So you're gonna. I mean, I had this discussion yesterday or the day before. But you're gonna have certain players in your team that are gonna be more injured than others, and you're gonna have to just accept there's going to be players you can rely on. There's going to be players that you can't rely on, and that is frustrating because I think, as I mentioned, Calafiori was doing amazing before his injury. You know, going forward defensively, he was an all-round great player, and this injury has really sort of stopped that. So yeah, it's a shame. But then Hincapié has come in and really done an incredible job. So yeah, injuries are part of football, but it's a real shame for Calafiori because he got injured for last season for quite a bit as well. I do think with Calafiori, he's definitely improved much more this season. He's definitely done much better, but it's a shame that he's injured. Yeah, Eze deserved the goal today, came quite close. Yeah, I really felt for Eze not getting that goal today. Like we said, he did work really hard today, and he had a few chances here and there. So I was sad, he didn't get the goal. But I think it was great that Eze wasn't ever afraid to shoot outside the box in the box. I rate that. I'd rather you shoot and miss than not shoot at all because I think it's always worth giving it a go. But yeah, I do think Eze will definitely become good. Personally, if he didn't, I would be sad because I do like him as a player a lot. I think he's a very special player. In the team, and I really hope it ends up working out for him. So yeah, I think only time will really tell with Eze, but it would be nice for it to go well for him. And I know the last time he got those goals was against Spurs, so I feel like we play Spurs soon. Obviously, I would definitely like to see Eze get a win of games. I was against Wolves, then Spurs, then so on, and just see how it goes for him. But yeah, Eze definitely was probably my player of the match day. I think Madueke was very good as well. I do wonder now Saka's back. Are we going to see Saka start? Are we going to see Madueke start? I don't really know. You've got to be careful really because Saka was really good today. I thought in midfield with Madueke and Eze, they built a great dynamic together, and you don't really want to have any more injuries at the moment. So I think we have to be careful with that, and hopefully we can keep these players fit. But obviously, it's good we're able to rotate. We gave Timber rest today. We gave other players a rest. Obviously, we have got a game against Wolves on Wednesday, which is obviously going to be quite big for us in the title race. So, yeah, we need to just rest and recover and hopefully get the job done. Big up to the chat. Big up to AFC Gunner who says like and subscribe. Thank you for your support as always. I know you watch my stuff, so thank you so much. So do make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, and let me know your thoughts on the game. Glad you brought Miles. Do you think this season he's struggling a bit during defending one-on-one situations? Yeah, I do definitely think he's struggling with that. I think last season he had moments where he struggled with that as well. So I don't think it's like something that's came new to me or any of you guys. I think if you want to play Miles, you play him in midfield because I think he's struggling defensively. I think today, even 1v1 again, I think he got a yellow card for it, but he just missed a ball, and it's like you're getting up yellow cards for things like that, and you want to avoid that. So I do think he struggles 1v1. I don't think his best position is at left back. I think, like many people have probably said on the podcast, Arteta's probably asked him to play at left back, and he said, "You're not going to say no, are you, to Arteta?" So he just wanted to play for Arsenal. So I don't think left back is his position. I probably think in midfield is his position. And I think today would have been a great chance to try that, but I would try that more often. I think if you want Lewis Skelly to be a part of this team, which I do, I would give him a chance in midfield because I think at left back when he's on 1v1, I think is a bit of his weakness. So I would definitely like to see him in midfield. I think in midfield, I think he's quite an attacking player. Like he has a lot to offer in midfield. His passing, his dribbling, getting past players. Like he's very great at that. It's just, I think his 1v1 defending is probably quite poor from him. I think he just struggles with it, doesn't it? I think it's something he could work on, but I personally missed him a little bit this season. Like, I think he's a great attacking player, but we know ourselves our midfield is always going to be Zubimendi, Rice, and obviously whoever is in front of them, whether that's Eze, whether that's Saka, whoever it is. I do feel like would be good to see Lewis Skelly get more minutes, but I think obviously he's probably not had as many minutes because he usually does play at left back, and at left back Nkape's coming in really doing a great job while Calafiori has been injured. So I do feel like for me, we might see a bit more of Lewis Skelly, especially midfield. I think that's definitely a position for him that works for him. So yeah, hopefully we'll see a bit more of him. Big up to Boring AFC. Got to give some love to Norgard, man run the show. Yeah, he definitely did such a great job. He was a real joy to watch today. I mean, he's got so much experience, hasn't he? But I feel like it'd be great to see a bit more of him throughout the season. I do really like him. I do think that he has a lot to offer. I think for whatever reason we haven't seen him play as much. I'm not too sure why that is. Like, I don't feel like he's been a big part of the team at all. So hopefully this will maybe give him a bit more minutes, because it'd be nice to be able to have the luxury to rest, Declan Rice or Zubimendi. You don't really want to play him all the time. You want to give some certain players a bit of a rest. So yeah, I think Norgard is quite underrated, and I think it's great to see him get this love today because he really was amazing. So hopefully we'll see a bit more of him. Miles doesn't have the pace for the defence. He needs to be competing with Rice for minutes. Yeah, I do hear that. I do agree. I think that's what it is. I think it's probably the pace. Like, I do think he is fast in some aspects, but it's like when you see him defending at left back before, he just the pace he struggles to get back. But that doesn't mean he won't make it at Arsenal or he won't be a part of the team. I think he really needs to show Arteta that he deserves to be here and be getting these regular minutes, because it has come across my mind personally that with him, would he go on loan? I wouldn't really want him to go on loan, to be honest with you. I want him to fight for his place here. I'm sure he has his own preference of where he personally wants to play, whether that's probably in midfield, I assume. And it's a real shame today because they would have been that perfect opportunity to see him play at left back. So yeah, it is a shame. I did want to really see him play there today, but I think we know what a great player he is, and I completely agree with this comment here. He needs to compete and try and get some minutes. Yeah, getting past plays, drawing fouls, turning his body 360 degrees to leave the man is worrying. As Lewis Skelly definitely does have strengths. I do think he is a very great player. I think last season, he definitely was okay at left back in some games. Like, some games he was really great. The tackles he put in, he was just quite good for me. So it's not all doom and gloom. I do think he definitely has his positives. He definitely needs to start competing in midfield because, like I said before, I think Arteta's probably said to him about playing at left back, and he's probably just said, "Yeah, let's go for it." And Arteta's probably realising that he isn't a left back now, and that's where he is struggling with. So we have to sort of see what we can do with Skelly. But if I was him, I'd fight for my place. I would do everything to get minutes, because I think it's good to have that sort of competition in midfield, because I think if injuries happen, you've got other players that can step in that you can rely on. So I think it's a good thing to have this rotation and have this sort of depth in the team. I think you need it if you want to win league titles, or if you want to win trophies. You need to have kind of competition, but good competition in each position, because obviously at the moment in the attack midfield you've got Eze, you've got obviously Havertz is injured at the moment, and then obviously you've got Odegaard, and then you've got obviously Zubimendi, Norgard, Declan Rice, and then you've obviously got there's Skelly as well. Saka you can actually play in midfield now, and I feel like now we've seen Saka play there. I think we all quite like it. I personally like it. Seeing Saka play in midfield today, I felt like, ooh, that works. Like, because we definitely saw. I don't know about you guys, but I was really loving the partnership that I saw with him and Madueke. I think they definitely had a great link up on the right hand side. They were quite clever at their passing, so I'm hoping that we're going to see a little bit more of that. But I think I think this was definitely the game to take a risk. I mean, against Wolves, we have to win that. We can't fall short. We have to keep winning our games. Not sure Tet's probably going to take too many other risks, but I think today we can be happy with knowing that we've tried something a bit different and we gave it a good go today. So yeah, happy with the win, obviously, and yeah, big up to the chat. So for listening to you speak about the squad rotation minded we need fresh legs for Tottenham. They'll have 10 days to rest before playing us. That is a great point I didn't quite think of. That Tottenham game, I think that's probably going to be actually a lot harder than what people think. Like I know we thrashed them last time, but I think we'll wait at Tottenham. So Spurs are in a bad place actually. It's weird to think about, but they're probably closer to relegation zone than the top of the table. So yeah, it's difficult. Tottenham have their players rested, which definitely helps them. That's a disadvantage to us because we play on Wednesday. I do wonder what lineup Arteta would go with on Wednesday, to be honest with you. I wouldn't really mind a little change in the team. I think it would be. If Saka plays midfield, I wouldn't mind that either. If we gave Norgard a shout, I wouldn't mind that either. Wolves are currently 20th on 9 points, so we should really get the win there. But honestly, you just don't know in football. We struggled to play them when we originally played them at home, I think. So yeah, I feel like Tottenham will have more rest. Obviously, playing Tottenham away is not going to be easy. So yeah, I think we have to keep that in mind and maybe rotate a little bit. Big up to Ashik. I hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat here today. Big up to Kieran. Norgard needs to play more as he is nearly in the 8. Everything he plays and never a team. Then we should try a 4-4-2 formation in games like this just to try it out. I do think it would be helpful for us to maybe try different formations or try. I think as well like Arteta can bring on players and do all of that, but it would be nice to maybe change things up in the team, and obviously maybe try different formations. If you want to bring on other players off the bench, that's all good. I think that's great, but it would be good to try different formations. But yeah, I think Norgard definitely deserves the praise he's getting today because I thought he did such a great job. Arsenal can only beat low English division teams, but when Arsenal beat Premier League side, Arsenal was I don't believe that's true, to be honest with you. We don't always bottle and drop points. I think this season we have actually had quite a few draws, which I think isn't really what we want. I think there's certain games you can accept. I think obviously Liverpool one was annoying, but I think it's Liverpool we don't always win that and we don't have the best record. I think Nottingham Forest one, I'd really loved us to really win that against Nottingham Forest. Obviously the Brentford one is pretty frustrated. We've had chances to go a lot higher in the table and we could have been 9 points clear, but we have to look forward now. We can't look behind us. The fact is we aren't 9 points clear, 4 points clear, and we have to take each game at a time. I think we've got 12 games left in the league, so we have to just take them as it comes. But yeah, not ideal really. Be up to AFC Africa, watching from South Africa. Oh wow, that is incredible. I do love it when people tell me where they're watching from and as well. It's very interesting. But thank you for watching. Your thoughts on the three at the back during the latter stage of the match? I think we were kind of playing 3-2-3-2. Yeah, I think it was funny because I was at some point thinking like, what formation is this? Like, what is going on? Because, like you said, we did change it up quite a bit. I think it's difficult because I think in certain games it can be okay. In other games, you need to go a bit more defensive. So it's obviously quite tough. But I think it worked out today. I think we did well. I didn't have any issues with it. I think it's good that we went with a bit of a different midfield today and changed that up a little bit. So yeah, I was fine with that. I don't know if we would do it again. Really, obviously, if we have, obviously in the FA Cup in the next round, if we have an easier team that maybe is a lower league team, and I don't know if by heart who is in the FA Cup still, but I do think if we face like a team that we know will probably win quite comfortably, then we could probably do that again. I think these are games you do want to test out different formations, different things, and if it works, then you've got another chance to give that a go. Because we don't really want to risk doing different things in like the big Premier League games. We want to pretty much keep it the same and go with what we know. But it's like now we know that but you can give Saka a chance in midfield. I think it would be smart to give that a go, and like other chance as well. So I feel like it's definitely something that I quite like the formation today. I think it worked out today, to be honest with you. And I think it's difficult because defensively we didn't really have much to do today, so it's like hard to um, say about that. But I think I think it was a really good win today. So yeah, happy with the formation, obviously. Big up to chat. Obviously, hope you guys are enjoying my live match review. If you guys have got any questions you want to drop in, as I'll probably end this in about 5 minutes time, do drop them in. Obviously, we've got a game on Wednesday, so I will be doing previews in the week. Obviously, the women's team didn't play today due to the fact that the pitch. I don't know if you guys saw, but the conditions of the pitch are absolutely awful. So they couldn't play for that reason. But obviously, a really great win. I think this team will have so much confidence now going into the Wolves game. I hope we do, because it does feel great to be able to get quite a high scoring win today, 4-0. I did think it could have been worse than 4-0 at one point. I felt like it was at a stage where it really could have been any score at this point. So yeah, I was really happy we got 4 goals and a clean sheet as well. It's always great to get a clean sheet. Really buzzing with that win today. So yeah, looking great now for Arsenal to get a good win. We'll have to see who we do get in the next round. Obviously, I will do a sort of match reaction or my thoughts on that. I'll give you guys my thoughts on who we have next, but yeah, we'll have to see who we have next. I'm just praying we're at home. I'm praying we have a team that is fairly easy. I might quickly check now who we have in the FA Cup before I end in about 5 minutes. Let me have a look. So obviously, Sunderland, Fulham, Wolves, Leeds, Liverpool. I don't want Liverpool at this stage, Rio. I want to try and avoid Liverpool. You got Newcastle, Man City, Mansfield Town. That'd be a great draw. Mansfield Town. You want really a team, whether that's like Southampton, Norwich, West Ham wouldn't be too bad, but I probably wouldn't. I don't really want a Premier League team at this time. Wrexham. So yeah, I think any of them would be good for us. Like, I don't think you really want a team that's in the Premier League at the moment. I would really hate it if we get Liverpool. That would feel so frustrating because I just don't want Liverpool right now, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'd definitely be happy with Wrexham, Norwich, maybe Southampton, Mansfield Town. Yeah, I don't really want Newcastle, Liverpool. Leeds I wouldn't mind, but I probably wouldn't personally choose to pick them. Yeah, Fulham wouldn't be too bad. So yeah, and obviously, yeah, I'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, there's definitely a few teams there that we could definitely beat quite comfortably, and it's a great chance again for us to try a different formation in those games. But yeah, I don't particularly want to play like a Premier League team at this stage of the season. Like at the FA Cup, we don't really want to do that right now. We definitely don't want Liverpool or any. Yeah, I agree with you. It's like the thing is that if you're playing a team at Liverpool or Newcastle, whoever, I'm not too sure. I can check for you. No, I don't think so. Luton Town lost 3. I don't know actually. I don't think they are. I think they got beaten 3-1 yesterday. Yeah, I don't want. I think the problem that we've got is that if you do play a Liverpool or a Newcastle or a Man City, then you're probably going to have to put quite a strong team out because, again, you want to take this competition seriously and try and win this one. So, yeah, it would be a bit of a pain if we did get them. Arsenal can only beat the low English division teams when they've beaten Atletico. I know. I'm just ignoring that guy from the top because it's absolutely ridiculous comment. We've beaten some amazing top sides this season, so yeah. look like 5 different lakes on the pitch now. I hope it was called up before our team travelled down there. Nearly your top now left in the cup. Yeah, I don't know about yeah. So we'll have to see obviously who we do get in the FA Cup. It would be nice for us to get a team that is a bit more favourable for us. I think if we're at home, then that's definitely going to be a bonus for us as well. So yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, we'll be back with an update with you guys. I will be quite annoyed if it's a Premier League team. I don't really want Newcastle. I mean, I don't want Newcastle, Man City, or Liverpool. I know there's Fulham in there, West Ham. I could probably accept that, but I don't particularly want a team out there that's going to cause us a lot of issues and it's going to be a difficult team because you want to really put out the younger players like Marley Salmon, give Masquera some chances, Norgard. Like you want to be able to have quite a weaker squad. They're still great players, obviously, but you want to be able to give the players a rest. So we'll have to see what happens, guys. Obviously, I'm going to end this now, but thank you for everyone that did tune in today. I've had a great time as always chatting with all of you. I really appreciate anyone that has joined this or watched this. The first time I watched this as a regular, it's always great to see you guys in here. So thank you all for watching. Home game at home in the last 16 is what we want. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we'll do an update about who we do get. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Obviously, we do play Wolves on Wednesday, so we'll be doing a preview, maybe Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video today. I hope you all have enjoyed. I really appreciate anyone that has joined in. I've had a great time chatting with all of you. Do make sure you guys do like, do subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.